India is marking its 75th Republic Day with pomp and show. The Constitution of Independent India came into force 75 years ago on January 26, 1950. Celebrations have started across India, but the Indian capital, New Delhi, is particularly abuzz. Thousands of security personnel are deployed across New Delhi. The capital is set to host the grand annual parade, in which the forces showcase their might and the states display their culture. For the first time ever, an all-women tri-service contingent will be marching down the Kartavya Path. Women pilots will also enthrall the audience during the Indian Air Force flypast, representing Nari Shakti. The contingents of the Central Armed Police Forces will also consist of only women personnel. The Indian President Draupadi Murmu will lead the country in the grand celebrations. French President Emmanuel Macron will grace the celebrations as the chief guest. And the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that Macron's presence adds to the history of friendship and collaboration between the two nations. India has a tradition of inviting at least one foreign head of state or government to the Republic Day March in New Delhi. A 95-member French Foreign Legion contingent will also take part in the parade. The French marching contingent will be accompanied by a 33-member French military band. 2 Rafale fighter jets and 1 Airbus 330 multi-role tanker transport aircraft of the French Air and Space Force will be part of the flypast. Now, in a short while from now, the celebrations will commence on the parade route, stretching between Vijay Chowk to Kartavya Path, with the momentous unfurling of the Indian national flag resonating with the national anthem. Dignitaries, including the Indian and French presidents and other top officials, will start arriving by 9:30 a.m. local time. Of course, they have already started arriving, and we will be bringing you the latest from ground. The parade will begin around 10:30 a.m. from Vijay Chowk. The themes for this year are Viksit Bharat, or Developed India, and Bharat, Loktantra ki Matruka, or India, Mother of Democracy. The Indian Prime Minister extended wishes to the people of India on the occasion of the 75th Republic Day in a post shared on social media platform X. President Emmanuel Macron has also extended his wishes to everyone in India, saying he is happy and proud to be with the people of India on Republic Day. Celebrations have begun in other states. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin attended the parade in Chennai and unfurled the national flag. Telangana's Chief Minister paid tributes at Virula Sainik Smarak at the Army Parade ground in Sikandrabad. Odisha Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik also attended a ceremony in the state capital. BJP President JP Nadda also unfurled the national flag in the party headquarters. All right, so we're just about to begin with the parade as it's scheduled at 10:30 a.m. And to discuss everything that this signifies, there is a lot to discuss. We have with us Mr. Rajiv Bhatia in the studio right here with us. Welcome to the WION studios. Mr. Bhatia is a former diplomat who has served as the Indian ambassador to Mexico, Myanmar, South Africa and Kenya. And we're also joined by retired Major General Rajan Kochar, who is a defense strategic analyst who's live with us from Dehradun. Sir,
thank you very much.
Major General, I'd like to come to you first, sir. Of course, it is a different sort of a parade that we're going to be seeing today. Talk to us about the significance of the presence of women in our defense forces and the move to have an all-women tri-service contingent marching down Kartavya Path. What does that signify, and what kind of messages is sending out to India and across the world as well?
A very significant message is going across that women power has come to the being, and if any world army or a modern army needs to modernize it in its true essence, it cannot do it without the contribution of the women. And women have a very important role to play, because for the first time we are seeing that we are having women being commissioned into the fighting arms. In the regiment of artillery, for the first time, 10 women officers have been commissioned, and you are going to see two of them on this parade, Lieutenant Deepa Rana and Lieutenant Priyanka Sevda. So it gives a strong message. Earlier, we had a kind of an impression that the arms or the fighting arms was only the bastion of the men. This is the first time women have breached this bastion and sending a strong message to the world that they are no less than the men. And that is why we must compliment our Prime Minister in this, because this tri-service contingent for the first time being showcased in this parade is sending a strong message not only to all parts of the country, but to the entire world, that the Indian Armed Forces has a visible strength of both men and women. And it has been my personal experience of having commanded women officers. Let me tell you, they are second to none. And they bring in a kind of innovative method of functioning to the armed forces. They bring in intellect, they bring in poise, and they bring in technology, because the women which are being inducted into the armed forces today are all technical graduates who have a wealth of technical knowledge with them. And with the upgradation of technology taking place in the armed forces, they are bound to contribute immensely. So I feel that this is a very strong and a pertinent message going, and not only in the Indian Army, I'm seeing it in the Indian Navy also, and in the Indian Air Force also. We have the women in today's parade will be piloting the aircrafts in the fly past, which is going to take place at 10:30. So I feel, as an overall citizen of the country, should feel proud today that our women have got their rightful place in the armed forces.
So I just want to take it a little further from there once more. I want to take your thoughts on this. How much do you feel is this a move to also encourage more women to become a part of the Indian Armed Forces going forward?
See, this is a very landmark for the National Defense Academy, because I am from the National Defense Academy. The National Defense Academy used to have only men cadets. Now, for the first time since last year, we have the first batch of the women cadets joining the National Defense Academy. So it is a kind of inspiration when all these young girls are going to see all the NCC cadets also with women contingent. The NCC cadets is also women contingent. And when they are going to see their own sisters participating in this kind of an endeavor like a parade, let me tell you, it gives you a great deal of inspiration also to join the forces. Because today we need more women officers, and not only officers in the Jawan's cadre also. We are in the core of military police also, we have the women today. So it is bringing up a total kind of a revolution in the country, I feel. And seeing these role models of theirs, because they will become role models for them in times to come. They'll get inspired to join the armed forces, and it augurs well for a nation like us.